Amniotes evolved a few advances of the respiratory system. They evolved the first nasal conchae made of cartilage. The ancestral reptiles did not yet have a secondary palate, and the internal nares open into the oral cavity. While this primitive condition can be observed in this turtle, crocodiles did evolve a secondary palate over time, as can be seen in this series, and other reptiles, such as ankylosaurs, evolved modifications of the palate. Although some lizards seem to have the beginnings of an epiglottis, and crocodilians possess thyroid cartilages, it is not clear which pieces were the components of the ancestral larynx in amniotes. In amniotes, the hyoid apparatus was more closely associated with the larynx. Unlike this frog, which possesses a very short trachea, the trachea in amniotes was greatly lengthened, as is evident here in this turtle, crocodile, and bird. The lungs, as evidenced here in this turtle, possess a greater internal complexity than those of amphibians, although they are not separated from the abdominopelvic organs by a diaphragm as in mammals. Different adaptations of the respiratory system have evolved in different reptilian lineages. For example, in most snakes, the left lung is reduced or lost. Theropod dinosaurs evolved some of the modifications of the respiratory system, including air sacs, which would be utilized in birds. Birds have a highly specialized way of breathing, which is the most efficient among tetrapods. By developing elongated ribs, which contact the sternum, reptiles were now able to change the volume of the thorax by the contraction of the muscles between the ribs, the intercostals, and thus the changing volume of the thorax would then change the pressure in the lungs and move air, which was much more efficient than the need to move air using throat muscles as in amphibians.